cars are built to make a profit, while others are built to make a statement. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Chery Arrizo 5E. Some say Chinese cars are inferior. Some think they're knockoffs and lack originality. And when it comes to the brand Chery, some still think of this. But that was then, and this is now. Or dare I say, this is the future, because this machine is purely electric. On the surface, this may look like an ordinary sedan. There's nothing extraordinary about the exterior. Unlike other electric vehicles that actually look weird or eccentric. The proportions look normal, the body lines are fluid. In fact, you won't be able to tell that this is an EV because it doesn't look like it was designed by a 5-year-old. The only hint that this is an EV is if you look close enough to see that this doesn't have a front grille or exhaust pipes. And aside from those subtle differences, this looks like any other car, any other upscale car. You get LED headlights and taillights, DRLs, a sunroof, and machine-finished 16-inch wheels. Also worth noting is that 60% of this body structure is made of high-strength steel. This also has a 5-star C NCAP rating with a high score of 56.24. Under the hood, you get this contraption that looks like something out of a sci-fi movie. Too bad it's not a flux capacitor. Instead, you get this 53.6 kilowatt-hour electric motor that pumps out 158 horsepower and a very potent 250 newton meters of torque. And unlike a combustion engine where peak torque comes in at a certain rev range, this gives you peak torque at any given time. Because it doesn't rev, it just goes. So regardless of what speed you're going, you can expect instant throttle response. This thing is quick. It's as fast as Liza Sobrano's internet connection. Lag? I don't know her. The accelerator pedal in this is like an on and off switch. Now you've seen what happens when I put my foot down, but when you let go, it feels like the car is braking by itself. In a regular vehicle, it feels like it's engine braking, you know, when you downshift. But what's actually happening there is the regenerative braking system at play. And aside from making you feel like you're in absolute control of the vehicle, it's also recharging the batteries to give you more range. This has a range of about 400 kilometers on a single charge. It takes 7 to 9 hours for the batteries to be fully charged. However, there is a fast charging mode where the battery can go from 30 to 80% in just 30 minutes. So what are some of the advantages of going electric aside from instantaneous power delivery? Well, there's no need for tune-ups or oil changes. And if you do have to go to the gas station, it won't be to refill your tank. But being electric also leads to benefits in terms of how this thing rides. Because in the absence of an engine, it's just whisper quiet in here. You can hardly hear a thing, especially when you're not gunning it. And when you do gun it, all you hear is this whirl. Next, you don't have anything as vulgar or as ancient as a transmission. So that means there's no jerking, whether you're crawling in traffic or accelerating. It's silky smooth. Then there's the handling. Now this thing is quite heavy at around 1,500 kilograms, but most of that weight is down low because that's where the battery pack is. And what that means is this has a low center of gravity. So around the bends, this feels extremely planted. Now there's hardly any body roll, and together with the steering ratio, this thing actually changes direction pretty quickly. But the Arrizo offers so much more than the fact that it's an EV. Because look at this interior. It's so luxurious. And if you think this looks good in the daylight, just wait till you see it at night. I think it looks even better. There's also a fair amount of tech and other goodies. You get a 9-inch screen for your infotainment, which has e-link so you can connect your Android or Apple phone. Your instrument cluster comes in the form of this 8-inch screen. You also get automatic climate control, ventilated seats, an electronic park brake, push-button start, and a sunroof. The rear seats are just as plush, and you also get other niceties such as rear air vents, a center armrest, and a charge port. The Chery Arrizo EV can be yours for 1.9 million pesos and is available via indent order. Now, I know that's a lot of money, and I'm not even going to try to justify that price tag by letting you know how much you can save in terms of fuel and in the absence of oil changes. But this car wasn't brought here to beat any sales records. It was brought here to make a statement that Chery can move in the fast-moving wheel of technological advancement. And after spending about a week with this car, I can truly say that Chery has come a long way, not only in terms of technology, but also in terms of quality and driving dynamics. But then again, this isn't the first Chery I've driven, so I already knew that. This isn't just an electric vehicle. It's a testament to the fact that Chery can make a superb automobile. And I'm not just saying that because of all the features that come standard. My basis here is in terms of build quality, fit and finish, and of course, driving dynamics. As a gearhead, I will always be a fan of the manual transmission, mechanical gear levers and park brakes, and I will eternally praise the combustion engine. In fact, I would never want that to go away. But if this is what the future of the automobile will be like, then I'm all for it.